Get ready for the next album.
Oh
God.
boy, waiting for the Sirens call. I don't like this album very much.
I
um,
know it's kind of tainted for you because of your
a,
job.
a little bit, a little bit. I'll
I
get
think that
I'll get into
I
it,
think that crafty is a 10 out of 10 track.
man. I'll get into it here. I'll kind of explain my
Hmm.
piece. So there's it almost there's things I almost like, but like I think it's constant like barely misses. So Who's Joe I think is kind of bland, but it has a kind of cool tone. Hey Now What You Doing is a lot like Who's Joe, where there's just a nice rock tone, but the composition is just kind of boring. Waiting for the Sirens Call, I do like. Yeah, I mean, I've been unemployed for a year now, so enough time has passed. I think that a lot of these tracks can kind of like live on their own. So I listened to Waiting for the Sirens Call again, and that track, I dig it. I can get into it now. I don't think it's a
Hmm.
bad mid 2000s pop track. It has a catchy chorus. I can get behind it. Crafty, I kind of like. Um,
Yes.
it's not as good as Waiting for the Sirens Call. I don't think it's still okay, and it's catchy. My main problem is just the lyrics are a bit cringy at times.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
it's just a little, sometimes Bernard just doesn't. The
He's
the
an awful vocal. He's an
the
awful
the
lyricist.
lyrics just fall completely flat, and he's lucky when they work. And in this one, I'm just like the lyrics are just cringe to me, but I kind of like it. So you'll be happy to know that. I told you so. I can see why people may like this one. It has a cool soundscape, but it's just kind of a bit of a flat line for me. Morning, Night, and Day, just kind of a bland version of their previous work, like stuff on Get Ready. It seems a little phoned in. Dracula's Castle, I kind of like. It feels like a low life track. It's not amazing, but it's listenable and it's kind of different. Jetstream,
AKA all of low life.
Jetstream, I don't really get this track. It kind of feels like a Republic single, but it's in 2005, and I just don't fully understand it. Guilt is a useless emotion. I kind of like nice energy on that one, but maybe it's a bit long. Turn I kind of like. It's not amazing, but it's listenable as a pop track. It's not as good as some previous tracks on the album though. And then Working Overtime, it's a bit of a different vibe for New Order. It's almost kind of like rock and roll or something like that, but it's nothing great though. So this is one of my least favorites just because like it just feels like it's constantly stumbling and it never really hits much of anything directly on target for me, except for like Waiting for the Sirens Call I like, Crafty I kind of like, sort of like Dracula's Castle, Guilt is a Useless Emotion, and Turn, but that's about it for me. So Twig, what do you think?
Yeah, this album's very scattershot in its ideas. It takes a lot from past works where it feels samey. There's also some bizarre things that they do that like where they go out there. It doesn't really mesh well as an album at
I like
all. I
that
think
this is the album cover.
no.
It just says
Yeah.
no. I think that was my
Um
description and my reaction too. I just said no.
yeah. It's that's a it's a very New Order cover. They're trying to be artsy.
They are.
Nope, does not work.
Nope.
I think that what is it? Jetstream is fantastic.
What,
Same with Crafty.
what do you like about Jetstream? I don't get it.
Hmm?
What do you like about Jetstream? Because I don't get the appeal.
The like trippy elements.
Oh, okay.
I think that is just amazing sounding. Um, Crafty is probably like the catchiest New Order track ever recorded, maybe other than like Tutti Frutti at least.
Hmm.
Yeah, this album I have at a just a 3 out of 5. It's there's like you can't pinpoint it on like one style. It's just all over the place.
Yeah.
I think that Lost Sirens, which we'll talk about in a bit, improves. But yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay, Raspberry. What do you think of Waiting for the Sirens Call?
Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
Sure. Oh God, what is there to say?
Gosh.
Ooh,
Oof.
this is tough. I don't. I don't dislike this album. I um I kind of agree with Alex in the fact that it's like it doesn't really know what it wants to be and that it's stumbling a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm agreeing is because like you think like 8 albums into their career, they'd know how to make an album at this point.
No, not at
So
all.
I just find it odd. Yeah, like right now. So I find it odd that like, because I thought Who's Joe was good, and then it went on forever. I thought like, Hey Now What You're Doing was good, and then it went on forever. And then it's like you get to the singles, Waiting for the Sirens Call and Crafty, and they're amazing. And then it just follows up with I Told You So, which again, I don't dislike, but it just feels like the production on some of these songs is whack and all over the place. Jetstream is like so boring.
Well, they have like
and
like 4 different producers, don't they?
I thought it was 12.
Aside from New Order, at least like 3, I think it looks like.
Yeah.
It just goes from track to track, a different one.
What's your opinion on Jetstream?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I just said it's the most boringest song I've ever heard.
Ooh.
Okay, you're blocked.
Yeah, okay, block me, but it's just so weird. I don't get it. That maybe that's just me, but I don't get it.
Okay.
And then Working Overtime was just hot garbage. That's like New Order at their worst. That's like a D side that they made.
The D side.
That's that's it. I mean, that's it. I just thought this album was a little all over the place and it had potential, especially with some of the singles like Crafty and Waiting for the Sirens Call. Those both obviously had a lot of love put into it. But then it's just like the rest of the album, it's just so weird. That's all.
Who in their right mind at Pitchfork gave this a 7.9 out of 10?
I know. And then they literally give like, I don't know. I hate Pitchfork. Especially around this era.
They're
Like
so
early,
inconsistent.
2000s.
Like sometimes they're on point, but like sometimes there's oddballs where it's just like, oh, let's give it a 2 out of 10. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. They gave what is it? They gave the Sonic Youth, New York City and Flowers 0 out of 10.
Wow.
And they gave like the Fold Your Hand show by Bill and Sebastian like a 1, I think. Like that's like this era of like early 2000s is so bad for them.
They dish out.
I'm sorry, they're awful.
They dish out like 8s and 9s everywhere, and then sometimes just out of nowhere they'll be like, "Oh, this is a 0.3."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "What are you? Are you on crack? What is going on?" Okay, Mike Mike must poop. So, Sponge, if you're not pooping, you may speak about Waiting for the Sirens Call.
Actually, last time I was lying. This is the worst album from Technique to now.
Okay, thank you. That makes a little more sense to me.
This is a bit boring.
Mm-hmm.
To sum up, I just forgot about this album.
Okay.
This album even it looks like a live album. It's so boring. Nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't name ones. What Waiting for the Sirens Call and Crafty was like the only 2 songs I can remember. I can't remember Who's Joe. I can't remember Hey Now What You're Doing. I can't remember I Told You So. I can't remember what happened in any of these.
You don't remember the chords in Crafty?
No, I remember Crafty and Waiting for the Sirens. And those are the 2 songs I remember. It's just something I'd ever come back to.
But your friendship with
about
Twig,
Jetstream?
yeah, your friendship with
What
Twig
about
depends on your
Jetstream?
opinion on Jetstream.
Honestly, I can't remember it. Maybe I should listen to it. But
Yeah.
Until I know what it's like.
Yeah, for anyone watching this on YouTube, Sponge will listen to Jetstream and give his opinion in the comments.
I'll do it now.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
Okay, perfect. Mike, if you are still pooping, that's okay. We're an accepting community here. You can poop. Otherwise, we can just have a free-for-all discussion, which there's just not that much to talk about with this album, I don't think.
Yeah,
It's like a New Order cover band made songs.
What? And there was like a lot of friction in the band at this time.
Yeah, you can totally hear it, considering how like I feel like the best moments on here with Jetstream, Crafty, Waiting for the Sirens Call are all way more forward pushing. All the weaker elements are just so boring are the ones where like Peter Hook is more prominent, which proves more that Peter Hook is the weakest link. Now,
Literally, what are you talking about?
He is.
This album is it's just awful. I don't. There's like no excusing that. The singles are good, but they like really phoned this one in. All of them combined. Gillian was like, "I'm gonna go on paternity leave. I don't want to be a part of this."
Yeah.
I half agree with you, Twig, about Hook, because like I feel like we've talked about in the first discussion and a little bit in this one how was it you, Raspberry, who said that Get Ready was like a good example of everyone having a chance to shine?
Mm-hmm.
They're like some of their best songs are ones where like everybody has a really strong presence. And like when they incorporate Hook's bass lines, like that's pretty unique stuff. You don't hear that much else in these genres. And it but if you exclude it, I don't feel like it's a massive loss. I don't feel like it's like, oh no, it's not New Order anymore. I think it was a big component, but I don't think it's like the whole thing. I think there's very equal parts of everybody's, like, granted, like the synth stuff is very important. But it's like what I say, like I'd say to some degree Hook is a little bit more important than Stephen Morris in a way, because even though his drumming is really great, it's not like his beats are super unique. You know what I mean?
If we're including the Joy Division work where there's that stupid reverb snare on every track, then I completely agree. But other than that, I really like his drumming on Movement.
That's fair. That's fair. And I mean, his drumming is quality. It's just like I don't know if I can speak so much on the specific beats or arrangements per se.
He's also just like a nice person.
He is.
And someone that you can like look up to on like Hook.
He's like a skinny teddy bear. You just want to hug him.
You guys are definitely right, especially with him being nice, and same thing with Gillian. That's probably why Bernard decided to keep them around. Most likely,
they're the most down to earth people in the band by far,
and also because Hook was just keeping them back from progressing.
Ooh, it's actually because they were all on drugs because it was the 80s.
Mike, are you there? Did you poop yet? Mike,
do we want to keep this going until Mike comes back?
We need you.
Crapping on this album. Speaking of crapping,
he's crapping on the toilet while we're crapping on this album. I'm back since okay, dude. Are you on crack? Were you in New Order in the 80s? The buzz. What are you talking about, Twig? The bizarre nude photo shoot. I think. Did someone share that in the chat last time? This sounds familiar.
I've never heard of that. That's a thing. My God, they were on crack.
I like when we only have 5 people in here because we can just talk about whatever we want and like don't even have to worry about the time. What is it? Do you want to? I would say link it, but
here, I'll try to find it.
What do I look up?
Are we allowed to show this?
No, I'm not gonna. I don't want it in the chat.
Just put it in general.
New Order nude photo. Images?
I would finish Jetstream. It was okay, not bad.
It was okay, not bad. Yeah, I looked up New Order nude photo, and I'm not getting what I'm wanting to find. I'm getting something that looks like a concentration camp. I feel uncomfortable.
What? Wait,
what I remember
I'm gonna Google this too now. I want to join in.
What I remember it being was Hook and Steven in the bathtub. And
Oh, it's a
What the
movie
fuck?
called New Order from 2020, and it's a bunch of like women getting like hosed down in a shower, and it looks horrible. I'll find this on my
Yeah.
own time.
Wait, hang on. Oh my god,
Are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing?
that's grotesque.
I'm seeing it too.
Bro, I'm not googling this. I'm alright.
So, Jetstream, Sponge, what do you think?
It was okay.
It was
Not bad.
okay. All right.
I didn't like the like bass. 10 seconds or like halfway through. It
Okay.
was a bit
Okay.
bit
I
poopy.
didn't like the song either.
Speaking of poopy, Mike, you ready to talk?
He does a what?
Okay, hello.
Oh my
Wait.
gosh, he exists. Hi.
Okay, yeah.
Wait,
I hear you.
Mike, are you someone that I know? Do you have another name?
No.
Okay, are you not the Polish guy?
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's microphone. Yeah.
Are you
Or CM.
are you Big Tony as I call you in Twitch chat?
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Perfect. It's good to see you. So, we started with Republic, and then to get ready and waiting for the Sirens call. If you want to just talk quickly about those, you can. We're kind of in free for all discussion mode right now.
Yeah. I can just like talk really quickly about them. So Republic is like I don't know. I don't know if like it's an album or what, but it's an experience, a very unique one. But not a good album. It's like really like there's one song on it that I like, but I don't even know which one was it because they're all just like so forgettable and boring, and I just like it's a mess. Okay, so yeah. And Get Ready is probably my favorite New Order album.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I think that maybe someday I can change it to like 10 out of 10 because some of the vocals are kind of cringy, but I don't know. Like, I can stomach them. Yeah, it's a pretty much a flawless album. I mean, not a flawless album, but a very good one, in my opinion.
And then we just finished waiting for the Sirens call. Do you have anything to say on that one?
Yeah, but I just noticed the profile picture of Zitweek.
Yeah. He tastefully changed that a little bit ago.
Okay, wait for Sirens. I don't know about this one. Like, I haven't heard it in full since like 5 months, and I just like quickly sampled it. I don't know, like the second song is pretty cool, but as like I haven't heard the whole Alex like whole thing that you were saying. But yeah, it's a mess. It's like really mixed up, and they're not really sure what they want to do. It's kind of like a rock album, but like this really sort of a cringy and like 2010s rock with like those like weird electronic influences that don't really work. Jetstream.
Uh-oh. Twig is just like fuming more and more by the second.
This song is okay. I'm gonna leave this at that. This song is something, okay? It's a song, definitely.
I'll agree with that.
But,
Yeah, what do you think about it though? Like, what's your opinion on it?
it's a bad song. Like, what's the most? Yeah, like a very
He's
boring
gone.
song. Like
He's gone.
the. Oh man, I'm kind of nervous, but okay. I have to speak the truth. Speak my opinion.
That's right.
Whatever.
Man. Like the cringy vocals and like what's cool about this song? I don't know.
He's right. You know.
Production.
It has the word jet in it.
I mean, okay, no.
Jets are pretty
That's
That's
like
a pretty
Pretty
jets.
epic word.
jet.
okay, so that's like 1 point. That's like 0.1 for the song because of the jet. Okay, thank you. That's my
0.1.
Very, very good. Okay. If no one has anything else to say, I think we can move on to Lost Sirens. Sound good?
I do actually. I thought it was weird how they decided to finish with closing time on the album. Although it felt
Closing
very
time is so
appropriate.
bad. It's so bad.
Oh, come on.
Closing
Are you
time.
serious? Yeah, from Semisonic. I don't know. This album sucked so badly.
Oh, you're saying working overtime is closing time?
Oh, whoops. I meant work. Oh, shit. I meant working overtime is so bad.
I was gonna say, like, am I ruining a joke that you're trying to say?
I'm sorry. I was thinking of a good song there. My bad.
Oh, I was confused too. Whoops.
It's okay.
I meant working overtime was just so god awful. That's all I wanted to end with in this album. It's trash.
Like you said, the D side. The D side.
The D side.
Yeah. Okay, well, moving on from 7.9 out of 10 from Pitchfork, we go to Lost Sirens, which is kind of like, I don't know. I mean, it's a 38-minute album, but it almost has like an EP kind of feel to it because it's only 8 tracks. They're all kind of long. But I do like this a tad more than Waiting for the Sirens Call. Not a ton, but definitely more. So I'll Stay With You is okay, has cool moments. It's there's a lot of tracks on here that are kind of good to vibe out to, more so than Waiting for the Sirens Call. This is a good one. Sugarcane is a good one to vibe out to, as a catchy chorus, I think. I kind of like both those tracks. And then Recoil I do like. It's just so sexy. It's just so nice to vibe out to. Just great instrumentation. Everything is solid about it. Californian Grass is kind of boring, but I could see why people might like it. It just seems a bit uninspired. Hellbent, it's kind of like Rock the Shack, where it's just a little plain, but the chorus is okay though. Shake It Up, again, chorus is okay, but doesn't really make it a great track overall. I've got a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. Black Eyed Peas represent. It's okay, but
Ew.
it's okay, but it feels like a bunch of like previous albums tracks mushed together. It's just like a new order soup, and that isn't a good thing. And then what's that?
I think this album is less soupy than Waiting for the Sirens Call. I think that this is more cohesive, honestly.
I would agree with that. I just think that I've Got a Feeling as a track feels like this new order kind of I Told You So, Crazy World mix. I think it's an interesting take on I Told You So, and I think I prefer this one in a way. But it's still kind of boring because the energy just stays the exact same throughout the entire album. It's just like the entire song, it's like one march. And then that's it. So it's like Recoil I like, and then I'll Stay With You and Sugarcane I kind of like, and the rest is just kind of like, it's okay. But it's not so all over the place like Waiting for the Sirens Call is. So I like it a bit more in that regard. So Twig, what do you think?
Cool. Yeah, this is basically Waiting for the Sirens Call, but more condensed, confined to like a theme that I think works throughout as an actual album. I think that the A side is perfect. I'll Stay With You, Sugarcane, Recoil, and California Grass are all great. Hellbent is meh. Shake It Up is just fine. And then I've Got a Feeling, I don't even remember it. But I do agree that I Told You So this mix here is much better.
I do think it's better, yeah.
I just think that it's Waiting for the Sirens Call, just more interesting, and yeah, I really like it. If I do remember correctly though, Shake It Up has like probably the worst of those auto-tuned Bernard vocals.
Yeah, it's getting pretty bad at this point.
I didn't mind it as much on Music Complete because, well, I guess that has like a more electronic sound, so I think it fits a bit better. But
Sure.
in here, it sounds kind of off.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, Mike, Big Tony, what do you think about Lost Sirens?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's better than like the Waiting for the Sirens, but it's like similar level, similar tier of New Order. Like it's like C tier. Like I don't know about that. I will not really talk about the songs because again, this album in full I have heard like a few months ago, and I quickly sampled it right now, and I just really like the more electronic songs overall in New Order. More the electronic songs than the, alternative pop rock, awkward 2000 sort of New Order. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Fair enough. Raspberry, Lost Sirens.
It exists.
It certainly does, I think.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of blanking on the names right now for some of the songs. I Told You So had a good remix, if I remember.
I like how like a portion of the people in these discussions like doesn't even have like Wikipedia open. They're just like, I don't know, man. I can't remember anything.
This is like the one album that I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care about. It's not bad, it's not good. That's what I mean by it exists.
Right.
Like Recoil and Sugarcane, I think I'll like listen to. Hellbent, I mean that had, that was good.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I can really think about.
Okay. GG.
If Working Overtime was a D side, then these were definitely like the C sides, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
Like,
a step up.
Step up, yeah.
Okay.
But also a step down, from New Order.
Right. Like in the New Order context, this is just kind of like this is like an alternate timeline.
Disagree because 80s New Order exists.
Bro.
Disagree because 80s New Order is good.
Bad.
Disagree because 80s New Order exists. Disagree because 80s New Order exists. It's just a constant cycle.
But back off to Sponge, because he has this album rated at a 9 out of 10.
Oh,
Sponge, defend yourself.
I really like Birdie's voice.
What?
And I think his voice sounds nice on, and it really complements the music.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I'll stay with you. Is really good. Recoil's really fun.
Recoil's
And
so good.
Hellbent and California Grass. They're just really like good. I don't know. I don't know how to explain. I probably wouldn't rate it at 9, but I really like this album. This is probably I think third favorite. Yeah.
Third favorite New Order album, Lost Sirens.
It's good. It's good. Good cover art, but not for
the cover
not
art
for an
is
album.
nice. The cover art is nice.
I wouldn't have it as an album.
So, what you just said, leading into the free for all discussion, do you guys also feel like this seems like a compilation and not like an intentional album?
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I treat it as an actual album, and I think that it can work as both. Definitely.
It's weird how it feels like a compilation, and like for all intents and purposes it kind of is, because it's just these leftover tracks from those sessions, right? but like it seems more
It's improved
cohesive
it.
than the album from those sessions.
And it just sounds better too in a
Yeah.
lot of places. I don't know.
I don't know how much they like fluffed it up or changed anything, but it's just it's
The comments on this video are going to be like saying like, how dare you, waiting for the
Find you
sirens call
idiot,
not
bro.
better. You're literally 12.
I don't know, man. I feel like Lost Sirens being better than Waiting for the Sirens Call has to be like it's just a rational choice, an opinion.
I know, but on Rate Your Music, like literally this is rated like much lower. I don't know.
Let me look. 2.99 versus 2.69.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I think in comparison to Waiting for the Sirens Call, it's better though. I think that's
Yeah.
about ends though.
Yeah.
Because as a New Order album, I mean, oh
Except for Jetstream.
yeah, except for
If you know,
Jetstream.
you know.
We're letting that wound scab over, okay? Let's not reopen it.
Bro, Jetstream is a good song. Why are you even arguing, bro? I can't believe this.
GG.
I can't wait to read the YouTube comments. I'm gonna be
it's gonna
honest.
be
No, I'm so
be so good.
excited.
I'm kind of worried that like because there's only like 5 of us here talking that there's going to be like
And the 5 of us are like usually at least Sponge and kind of Microphone too are more into electronic
right,
New Order
right.
and electronic music in general, rather than our Mintos and Christians, which are more in the post-punk art rock type stuff. But yeah, so this is like a different vibe. I'm not getting attacked at all ends in this discussion.
Well, it's also kind of balanced because like me and Raspberry are kind of we like
In the middle,
we're kind of in the middle. We sort of lean towards the older stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for Raspberry, but it's like I don't like write off anything anything 21st century New Order. Whereas, like, some people who grew up with New Order are like, oh, no, I stop at technique. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
And I just have to say one thing. Hello, Ebo. I'm your number 1 fan.
If he's still watching, that guy, he came in guns blazing and then just like disintegrated.
He
Arguing
made
with
my day.
everybody. I hated him so much.
I
No!
want to see him again.
Why? He's the best.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
No, he's still in the server.
I
But
messaged
once
him and then he blocked me.
He's still in the server. But once I sort of kicked him, then he sort of just faded away, which I'm quite happy.
You know,
was power hungry back then.
I don't
He was a
actually
ruthless dictator.
I don't actually like know like what did he. Does anyone remember like why he came to the channel or the Discord? Like what things he liked?
Yeah, he was one of those people who were saying that no new genre should be created, that performing live with
It was
like
Led Zeppelin.
backing vocals is completely wrong, even when they are actually singing. And then he also was saying that everything past the 20th century should be looked at in a more critical eye because it will never be as good. He's just a total incel.
Oh my god, I would have loved this guy. He would
I
have
know,
made
you
everything so
wouldn't.
much more
He
interesting.
He is so infuriating.
He was like the complete like magnetic opposite of Z-Twig.
Yeah.
So basically,
Yeah. He was
They
Yeah.
could start a
hated him
civil
so
war
much.
or something. You
And
could
then
start a
he
civil
really
war.
started bitching about Paddington 2, and that was so
Oh
funny.
yeah! Oh yeah!
that
Oh,
was
I forgot about that.
that was really
Oh my
funny.
I was this guy.
He was railing on Paddington, wasn't he?
This guy knows nothing
Yeah.
about cinema.
What did the
Boss.
film ever do to him?
The best film ever.
Boss has
And
no idea what's
he
going
was-
on.
And then I literally tried to give him so many chances. I just couldn't. But I kind of regret it because I'm not mad
He was-
anymore.
He was
But
epic.
whatever.
He
Yeah.
does
He
sound
was
epic.
Back. He was dope.
I'm good.
I mean,
And anybody
without
that can make Twig
Discord is like garbage, really.
You know,
Uh,
like there's something like the older generation like that, like the boomers especially, like they're so like unpredictable
And
because
entitled.
we had like that one guy, Brent, I think, who was a super huge Stereolab fan. Like he was like I think he tried. I don't know, remember if he did, but like he tried to like donate like money because I was doing it. And some people have done that where it's like, hey, you're doing an album I like. Here's $5 or $10. I'm like, oh, thank you. And he was like really wanting me to love Mars A Diet Quintet.
Oh, I'm sorry, that album is boring.
And I was just like, and then he just kind of vanished.
I know.
And I'm like, sorry, dude. But at the same time, it's like, I don't react to music for one person in particular. I do it for like me, myself, and the whole crowd in general. So it's like, I'm sorry. But
Also, Alex,
Yeah.
Alex, leave in the Evo part in the discussion video, please.
I'm not editing any of this out. This is
Okay,
all. This is
perfect.
all
Yes.
gold.
live.
This
Yes.
is all gold.
Okay, awesome.
Nice. Hello,
Um, Hello, YouTube. Should we move to Music Complete finally?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. This album.
I mean, if we have to, okay.
Okay.
I know, right? I still want to keep railing on, Jetstream.
Ebo, Ebo, Ebo in the house.
Mu-
He's gonna come marching in the comment section.
Yeah, if he ends up watching this, like, sorry,
Rest
buddy,
in
but
peace.
I mean,
Rest in peace.
Sorry, but I
No
mean,
one likes you
Love you.
here. No
You-
one likes you here.
What
this,
do you
this
mean
is
no
your
one
bed.
likes
You're sleeping in it now.